Hey guys, this is Axeman Ant. We're back in naval action. Just some footage I captured earlier. And it's another talking video, and I wanted to talk about the hotfix that deployed today. Once I've talked about that, I'm going to do a little frequently asked questions about things in naval action. Questions I get about naval actions quite a lot, so I'm going to answer those questions as well. But I want to go over the hotfix, and I didn't really want to do videos on hotfixes because there's far more hotfixes than major updates. I only really wanted to do videos for major updates where the changes are really significant. But I felt like there's a few changes in this hotfix that are quite significant and affect us quite a lot. So I thought I'd make a little video about it, and just so we all know what's going on. There's a few funny things in here, and I've got the notes up here. And the first one is open sea repairs increased to 40% from 25%. And then it says we hated that I needed to click repair button 4 times after every battle. That's really big. That's going to change It's going to change quite a lot. Repair right now when your ship's damaged and you click repair at sea or in the open world at sea with your repair kits, right? Everything that's damaged gets fixed by 25%. So if you've got like nearly 0 armor everywhere, you have to click repair like 4 or 5 times to get everything back up to 100%. But now it's because it repaired 25% of whatever was damaged, and that's been increased to 40%. So repair kits are a lot more efficient now, which means I don't know, man. People are going to be able to fill up their supply, because repair kits are going to be worth what they cost now, because repair kits are expensive. It was expensive to use a repair kit. You had to think about when the next time you're going to go back to port is, so you could repair cheaply, or should you use repair kits while you're out at sea? You have to think. You don't have to think about that so much now. It's taking a little bit of strategy out of being at sea. We'll see. Some people will probably like it. Privateer speed increased by 0.5 knots, so the privateer is now a little bit quicker. Prices to sell ships to port for lower level ships increased. Will help in crafting and provide more options in selling crafting ships that no one buys from the market. So if you get into crafting and you craft like lynxes and cutters and all that kind of stuff, you can now sell them for more money to the server and not to other people. So they're worth a bit more money, which means you get a little bit more of your money back over materials you've bought for crafting. Mission XP and monetary compensation increased. They have been increased a shit ton. Like, before you were doing levels sort of like, that were worth like 2,000, 3,000 gold. Now it's like over 10,000 gold. And XP has been increased less than the gold. I mean, you get so much gold for missions now. Grind missions before they repatch this, because this will be nerfed at some point. Money for missions right now is where it's at for making money. It's pretty unbelievable, and I think that will get rebalanced in the next hotfix or in the next update. It's pretty crazy. Trading ship speed reduced by 1 knots for every vessel. So trading ships are now slower, which means I guess you've got to be more careful about being attacked. You just gotta. There's more avoidance you're gonna have to take, or more avoidance. Is avoidance a word? I don't know. Avoidance. We'll just say avoidance. You have to try and avoid unsavoury characters a little bit more. Gun loss chance increase. So when you're fighting, it's possible for a gun to be damaged and you can't use it anymore. The chance of that happening has been increased. European traders now sell goods at slightly better prices. That speaks for itself. Gold production increased by 2. Fur wood production increased by 3. Oak production increased by 3. Right, you may have seen the video I did on the update about the Iron Crisis update, where iron was being bought up by everyone. Well, similar things have been happening with all the woods. Oak and fir and stuff like that for making ships, and gold as well, because you need gold to make crafting notes, and you need crafting notes to make some of the more advanced ships. All of that's been increased. Whether it's for the best, we'll find out, because every time they seem to adjust these rates or production rates, it seems to throw every server into a bit of a state of flux for a while until everything calms down and everyone sort of refines their feet. But something does need to be done because trading is so broken right now. But I'll get into that in a second. So that's quite a little patch, but really, really rather significant. I mean, the money and XP for missions, that's just crazy. Go and do a bunch of missions now, honestly. If you want money, go and do some missions. Especially if you're early game. If you're like a beginner and you're not into like trading or crafting or anything like that, go do missions, seriously. Get in a group with a bunch of people and just spam those missions. Better yet, get in a group with me. Add me on Steam, Axeman, and we'll go and do some missions together, right? And the repair kit thing, I think that's quite a big change. And obviously the wood and gold production. Honestly, I think that trading and port resources and production and all that kind of stuff, and they need to take a step back. Now that the Steam release is happening, and we're like, what are we like? We're good. They've got when did it come out? A while ago. They've got like a good few weeks of data to look at and sort of traffic trends and what people are doing in game and all that kind of stuff. Now that they've got some of that data, they need to take a step back, analyze some of that stuff, and come up with a way to rework trading and port production and stuff like that. Now there are significant updates coming for ports, I do know that, where you can have your own production buildings in ports that you own, and that produces certain things or certain resources. That's going to be really interesting. I'm looking forward to that. That might change things quite dramatically. So I'm going to hold my tongue on bashing trading and port production for now, and we'll see how that changes. That's going to be in the next few weeks or so, hopefully. But that's it for the hotfix, really. Quite interesting. I'm just going to move on to some frequently asked questions I get about naval action, not about me or anything like that. It's just a couple of questions, it won't take long. First of all, it's the payment model for naval action. I've had a few questions saying like, oh, is this subscription or anything like that? No, it's a one-off payment and you've got the game, and there's no microtransactions and there's no monthly fee, right? That's just that one-off payment and that's it. And I hope to God it stays that way. And I also get questions about ship progression, like what ship should I get into after the cutter. And honestly, what I did was on my first go, before the Steam release, I went cutter, snow, frigate, and I just bought a Constitution, and I was about to start sailing the Constitution, and then the wipe happened, which was heartbreaking. So I went straight from the cutter to the snow, and that's generally how I would, if I was going to make another character now, I'll probably do that. Well, I would use the yacht because I got the yacht as the pre-order bonus, but yacht, cutter, it's 6 and 2/3 really. So I would stay in the cutter until I got the snow. The only time I really encourage people to get out of the cutter into a pickle, which would be the ship I would choose if they wanted to get out of a cutter but before they got the snow, I would say get in a pickle. Get in a pickle. Don't get in a pickle, get in the ship the pickle. I would only do that if you're getting sick of using the cutter and you want to maybe try out manual sails a little bit. Other than that, I would say just stick with a cutter until you can get a snow. Just because it's such a nice jump, cutter to snow. You feel like you're in a proper ship when you get a snow. It's amazing. Really, really good. So that's my view on that. I've had a few questions asking, am I going to do videos on trading and crafting? Trading? No, not yet. I'm not going to do any videos on trading because I've done very little of it. I would just be blagging my way through it, probably talking a load of nonsense, and my info wouldn't be good for you. If I'm not going to make a good video on it, I'm not going to make a video on it. If I'm going to make a video, I want it to be good and informative and not a load of bullshit, right? But crafting, yes, I will make crafting videos. I am getting into crafting now. I'm now like craft level 8 or 9. Once I've worked my way up a little bit more and I've found a more efficient way of doing things, that's what I'm doing right now. I'm trying to slimline or streamline my crafting process right now so I can pass that on to you and make sure I'm not going to miss out any important information. But yes, there are crafting videos in the works, or at least in the back of my mind, and they will be coming. And that's about it, really. I did have a question before about the best way to make money, and I said capture traders to that person and stuff like that, and sell the ships and sell the goods at port. But honestly, I'm gonna have to change what I said there, because now with the gold mission increase, or the money or the gold reward for missions has been increased so much, I would just grind missions, man, for gold. Honestly, do a mission that's maybe a level above what you are. Challenge yourself. Level above what you are, you're going to get more XP for sinking whatever's in that mission because it's going to be in a more powerful ship. You're going to get more gold for it. On top of that, you're going to get the massive gold reward for the mission in the first place. I think I was doing I had a mission accepted before the hotfix, right? And it was like I was a marauder, which is, what is it, like 4th level pirate? 3rd level pirate? What, I can't remember. What is it? It's thief, rascal, scoundrel, marauder, yeah, so 4th level. And it was like 3,000 gold and 100 XP were the mission rewards, right? I cancelled that and accepted a different marauder after the hotfix, and it was like 12,000 gold and like nearly 200 XP. So, you know, it's been increased by what? 4 times? So just grind missions for your gold. Anyway, I'm out of here. This video's gone on longer than I thought it was. Just a quick one about this hotfix and a few questions, just to get something up. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, leave a like and subscribe if you want to, and I'll see you in the next video. Ta-da, guys.